Welcome to Wednesday. Have I got sound going on? Is there sound? Yeah, there is sound. Wednesday. Welcome to Wednesday's leg workout. A little bit. We're going to work lower body now, and it's going to cover all sorts. So if I start with just working the hamstrings a little bit, and then we work a few more exercises around the backside today, because last week I just tore through the legs, ripped through the legs, and didn't manage to cover much backside. So a nice drive up. And late start, sorry, that was me managing the stream this morning. So if you've got me without vision, I'm halfway there. If you've got me without sound, I'm halfway there. If you haven't got anything, sorry about that. Okay, now feet out to the side and whoops, and drop down. And if you can take the arms up at the same time. Now, pliés aren't for everyone, so just do little ones like that and a bit of a rotation. Or you could go all the way down, but bring up the heels. You know, don't be afraid, your heels don't have to stay down forever. Just bring up the heels. It's great for balance, of course. And there. Okay, now take the legs apart. If we can reach one arm forward, nice and central along, and then the other one. Okay, now take that same action out to the side and watch how the legs stay even each way. So I'm not swaying from side to side. There. And now I want the hand to go behind, touch it on behind the foot and behind. So sideways on, you've got a nice low squat, touching behind, one more each side. And now can we do the ones where I reach and rotate? So reach and rotate and change sides. I'm going to try today not to do regular squats as such, and do everything leaning back. So it works the backside well and doesn't bother knees so much. Now one leg forward, so this is a nice wide, so one foot is say at 10 o'clock and the other one is at about 4 o'clock. Reach forward and let that chest, same side as chest, hit the thigh, down. Up. And then other leg. See, I've just been talking myself through the technical side of switching on the stream and stuff, and it's this button and that button. It needs to be really slow for me, so I appreciate now that you might need my exercises slower. Instruction requires slow, considerate explanations. Now, the one that I wanted to do was holding onto a bar or a chair or something or other, sway onto one side, transfer the weight and go to the other. So that might be, depending on your flexibility, that you're just kind of doing a little transfer of weight like that. Or if you've really got it low, you can go right through and sit on it and over, sort of like an extreme skiing position. Extreme as it's gone extremely wrong. Extremely wrong if you're going that wide. And one more time over to the side. Now, if you have a band, or actually even better than that, something a little bit stronger, a pajama top, anything, you can take your band. I'm actually going to put mine into 4 pieces, so it's super strong. And put it round, and then I'm going to pull back on it. So I want to have a leaning back feeling on it, and then sit and up. So obviously if you've got a sturdy sofa, or even a door that's closed, or something that you can allow to pull your weight back on, that's perfect. So that's just sitting back, so you're getting that nice 90-degree angle like that. Do a couple more, and then we're going to change it fractionally. Now can you go onto your toes, stay on your toes throughout the action, and sit back. Let's take another 5, and really feel it working nicely in the backs of the, more in the backs of the legs, more in this area here. And last one. Okay, now close the feet super tight. So you've got feet together, knees together, backside together. Like I say, like you're squeezing, you've got to keep that penny that you just found on the floor between your knees, between your buttocks. Keep it there. Don't let anything come out. I was thinking about Nikki Moss this morning. I think about you all that I know that might be out there, but anyone who hasn't presented themselves, I never get to say hello. So I want you to know that, and you probably don't want me to know, that's what it is, isn't it? I don't even, nobody's telling me about their birthdays, anniversaries. I'm not getting to enjoy my position of well-wishing. A couple more. And down. Okay, now we'll come back to something like that in a minute. Now I'd like you to take, this is where mine gets really dangerous and hopefully yours is really safe. The one where we are low here, and then you throw yourself at something really stable. It can be the wall, of course. I might do it at the wall, but the angle's not so great for you. And I throw, and then I lean forward into it with slightly bent knees. And forward. Forward. So if you're against the wall, you're just leaning into it there. Don't nut yourself. We don't want a big blue bruise on your forehead just this morning. Just about 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now let's do the single leg lift one. So it's nice and low in that sort of like, oh, I'm going to win this mother and parent race or whatever it is. Up, I never did. I never get the chance. Where I came from, they did ski races. Can you imagine? That's for the people that were born and bred there. For the parents. Started skiing when I was 19. What were my chances? And then change legs. Ready? Lift it. Right, it's really important that leg is slightly bent. Don't be tempted to snap it straight. It looks better, I know, but just keep it slightly bent. A couple more that side. Okay, now take. I'd like to go back to that position here, and we're going to do slightly more explosive ones. So get your pajama top, your necklace, anything, put it round the banisters, and we're going to go through that action but in an explosive jump. So that's a jump, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Okay, now fractionally turn the feet out. So before we do the jump there, I'd like you to still sit back. So sit back. So the feet are looking at sort of northwest and northeast, that kind of angle, and you're sitting very centrally, throwing yourself back. Turn that into a jump now. Give it 5 jumps. 5, another 3, 2, and 1. Okay, holding on to your bar or your support. No, you don't have a bar unless you've got one of those sort of like cocktail things. Actually, a friend of mine in Switzerland does have that. She's got a cocktail bar. On your toes, bend your knees forward. Lean there, so you're hinging, so those knees are being pulled down and up. Pulled down and up. And watch carefully that you're not bending your back, okay? So it's just knees coming forward, like sort of drawing a magnet. The kneecaps are being pulled by puppet strings forward, and a couple of more. Then, working that same area, in that same position with the feet slightly apart, slide one leg behind. Make sure it's wide as well. So it's not a big lunge like that. It's one length of your foot and then half a width. Bend the knees, tilt the pelvis and slouch and feel it opening here. Then I've got to get some more glute stuff in quickly. So that's the front of the thigh. And then change. That is a particularly good one. It's not lovely, it doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good, but actually it is a good one. How else can I say it? Give another 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, onto the floor now. If you can raise your hips, not your hips, your feet. So place your feet on something slightly more elevated. Take the hips up, hold it there, drop down and lift. We're just going to do a few of these. I always feel you don't need to bang out loads of repetitions. I mean, if that was your sport and it was sort of fast and furious and speed and repetition was part of it, absolutely. But for what we're trying to achieve here, which is recruiting all the muscle fibers, possibly shaping up, I don't know, might be for some of us. You really want it to work and make sure that you're engaging everything. Okay, now I want you to do one leg. So that place that foot centrally, lift it up, push it up and drop. So Claire, I know these aren't for you, hopefully you're not doing them. Ah no, there is another version I do, but and change size. Let me know, Sharon, if you're still there, won't you? I mentioned the other day, but I think it was sort of under my breath and my microphone didn't catch it. But I am thinking of Sharon and Stephanie and Marion and Sister Nikki, Cousin Vicky, and then others. And of course, Liv. I don't know if this one's for you. Do you do this leg workout? And stop there. That was a few too many. What do you think? All right, can you turn over onto your front now? Head down, leg bent, tummy in, lift that leg off the floor, keep the hip pinned into the floor, hold it, hold it, hold it, and drop. Bend, tummy in, hip on the floor, hold, hold, hold. Feel that backside really tighten with the glute muscle too, and hold, and change sides. So bend it, tummy in, squeeze up. This is great for people who haven't really learned to activate their glutes. Sometimes, I think I've said it plenty of times probably, just drill you one more time, tummy in, hip down, bend the knee, lift it up. Yes, we've all got a pattern of walking and muscle groups fire in certain order. And one more. And some of us fire in the wrong order, and often the glutes aren't activated at all. And interestingly, from my observations, and I'd be interested to hear any other professional observation, there are often people that got a nice set of glutes, look quite good and powerful, but they're not getting the action from the stride or the run. They're out of them. Might be gabbling a bit now, so I think I'll move on to something else. Can you put your foot across your knee here? Lean forward, lengthen out that piriformis muscle there. And then go for the other one. Should we do a little bit of a bar stretch too? On your bar. Do you do this at bars? One leg on the back of the chair or something like that, and lean forward. And a good way to do it actually is lean forward and then rotate over your legs. You've got a bit more of a stretch there, rather than just flopping forward. Give it a bit of a rotation. If you're feeling risky, I think my bar might come off the wall. I might stop there. Okay, other side. And of course, if it's just a matter of going like that today, that's good too. We're doing it. That's all that matters. Right, lifting it up. Lean forward. Give it a little bit of a rotation. No slide this side. Don't feel like a slide. And onto your front. I'm going to do both at the same time actually. Head down. You might just feel one's fine. And it might be you can't even catch your foot. And that's often when we feel a bit stiff or post-operation or something like that, you might be sort of looking for it. So now's the time to get your necklace out again, hook it around your foot, pull it forward. Just try and grab something and change size. And fear not, these things that, like not being able to reach your foot or it's not over. It's just a little moment of deterioration that we've let go on for too long. It all comes back to us with a bit of focus. So hopefully over the weeks, if you've been joining me, you can see not just progress in feeling a bit stronger and fitter, but a bit more mobile. You can find your foot. Join me tomorrow for a little bit more of that actually, a bit of proprioception, coordination, balance, agility, and maybe a little bit of a whiz around for a sweat. Have a good Wednesday, and I'll hope that you will join me tomorrow.